Okay, yeah, today I'll explain about the tools, Photoshop tools. Okay, yeah, previous class I explained about interface, right? So I'll start tools, all tools one by one. Let us check. See, this is the first one, right? Move tool, right? So for few tools there is a white dot here. If you observe here, there are white dots are there. Sorry. What are those dots? Give the left click on that. Okay. So that shows inside another tools, right? So white dot has other tools, inside tools. So first check the move tool. For move tool and the second one artboard tool, for both tools the shortcut is V, right? So click on the first move tool, okay, and apply V, suppose, okay. See, but inside there is another tool also there, artboard tool, but it is not uh, active even I am applying V, right? So how to do that? By using shift and V, by using shift and V, the other tools inside, other tools also displaying, right? Always use shift, right? Okay, to check other tools on the same shortcut name. Okay, so with move tool what we do, see, if you place the cursor here, it is showing moves a selection a layer, right? So for that want an image. So from file, open, right? So from desktop there is a folder called latest pics on desktop, on my desktop. So these are all my reference images. Okay, so let us take any pic. Open. Yeah, I think this is very small pic, so I'll take another one. Yeah, this is okay. With this tool what we do, move. Okay, so try to move, but it is not moving. Instead of that, it is saying the currently selected layer is a background layer. You cannot move a background layer or change it is stacking order, blending mode, or opacity. So what, however, you can convert it into normal layer and then change of any of these attributes. So if you want to move that, first convert this into a normal layer, right? You can click here, or otherwise simply by pressing in the layer panel, unlock this lock, right? Just click on that. Now it is unlocked. Now use this move tool and you can move this. Okay, moving this. Suppose see, behind this white area it is showing that kind of white and the gray dots. What is this? It is an empty a place. Okay, so over on that you are placing your image, right? Yeah, so when you place this image on that, it is showing some pink lines, right? The pink lines are called what? Smart guides. Smart guides are aligning your pic. Okay, so try to match to your window. So now the plus symbol is showing in pink color, means you are exactly properly placed in middle of the your document, right? So the pink lines are smart guides. Okay, suppose move this again and use Control Z. No need to exactly match, right? So what we do, use Control Z on keyboard, it is automatically coming to back to normal position, right? So move tools only moves your objects, layers, whatever, right? Selectioner layer. That inside another tool is there, artboard tool. So with the artboard tool, what we do, artboard tool creates, moves or resizes multiple canvases. Canvas, okay, you can move, create or multiple canvases. Okay, with that what we do, what is actually canvas? Canvas is nothing but your area, this document, this page, whatever it is. Okay, so you can resize that, or otherwise you can scale, you can move. Suppose around the object, draw this line, box. Now see, your canvas is fixing to this size only. Okay, and here showing some plus boxes are there. So plus boxes, just click on that plus box, the plus symbol showing, right? So there you can click. So you are creating the same size of artboards, right? Suppose if you want to give the different size, simply what you do, you drag this your required size, or otherwise, so from the optional bar, this is the optional bar, right? In the options bar, give any size. Suppose I'm giving 800. Okay, simply enter, and now see it is changing accordingly. Okay, or otherwise manually also you can drag. Okay, then if you want to create this the same size again, you can create, right? Otherwise simply you delete that one, or otherwise use Control Z, come back to normal position, and it fixes into the first actual position. Okay, move tool and artboard tool. Next, let us check the other tools. A rectangular marquee tool, elliptical marquee tool, single row marquee tool, and single column marquee tool. So marquee tool, so first let us check rectangular marquee tool. The shortcut is M. Okay, so I told you in the same name, if you have the same name for the other tool within the group, simply by using Shift and M, okay, simultaneously you can change from one tool to another tool. Okay, so click on the first tool, marquee tool, M, and try to understand about tool, right? So rectangular marquee tool makes a selection in the shape of a rectangle, right? So yeah, exactly that, right? So what we do, so select this one into that size. Okay, so marquee tool selected, and after selecting that one, if you want to delete that portion, you can press delete button on keyboard, rather as Control Z. Next what you do, with this move tool, simply you can move and place anywhere. Okay, and Control Z, and if you want to fill color within that box, suppose this is the foreground color and this is the background color. The foreground color, suppose I am placing this purple color, and here I use some a green color. Okay, so foreground color and background color. Want to fill foreground color within the box. To fill foreground color, there is a shortcut on keyboard, Alt backspace I am using, right? So with that shortcut, we are filling within that selected box area. And suppose here in the reverse there is a green in background, so use Control backspace to fill your background color, right? So Alt backspace or control backspace. Okay. Now use control Z, control Z, control Z and control Z, and suppose here we have selection, right? Within the selection I want to fill color with the brush, suppose, right? So within these tools there is a brush, the shortcut is B, paints custom brush strokes. Okay, so I use B, or otherwise I directly take the brush. So this is the brush size actually. So I want to decrease the brush. So from options bar, see the second row below the menu bar, the second row is options bar. There it is showing 500. Okay, we reduce here the size. So reduce there, or otherwise on keyboard there is a shortcut, right bracket increase the brush size, or left bracket decrease the brush size. Okay. So next what I will do, apply the same brush. See, I am trying to add color outside the area, selected area, but it is not going outside because your selection is protecting your area. Okay, but I want to fill color here, not inside, in reverse, right? So what we do, so control Z first, I am using control Z on keyboard. Okay, now I want to add a reverse. So what I will do, simply see there is select menu is there. From select menu there is a inverse button is there, inverse, shift plus control plus I. Okay, can use shortcuts, but it is lengthy, a bit lengthy shortcut. Sometimes it is very easy to forget, right? So in that case what we do, so select any selection tool and right click on that. Okay, you will see here there is a select inverse, just click on that, select inverse. Now observe your selection is inversed. Okay, so reversed, that means, see this is. Now what we will do, press the B button on keyboard. Suppose I am going to take B brush tool, okay, and I am trying to add inside, right? It is not taking inside, but it is taking outside. See, because your selection is inversed, right? Or otherwise use shortcut to fill the whole color, foreground color. I am using Alt backspace, okay, or otherwise control backspace. Okay, so control Z, control Z, control Z, control Z. Okay, now I want to remove the selection. You can use control Z's, but I want to remove the selection instantly. So for that what we do, again come to select button, select menu, there is a deselect option is there. What is the shortcut is control D. Okay, control D I am using on keyboard. Okay, now your selection is deselected. Now what I will do, select the same rectangle tool and select that portion, and I am using again move tool and move this portion. If you observe here, the area, the selected area, okay, separated very sharply with a sharp outline like, right? But I want some blurry, a feather kind of effect, not very sharp cut. So for that what we do, control Z and control D, deselect. So select the marquee tool here and find there is a feather option is there here. See, in default it is showing in 0 pixels. So add some pixels. Suppose here I am using 8 pixels and enter. So it fixes there, and use the same selection here, and with the move tool simply move that portion. Now see, if you observe here, there is feather selection, right? Not very sharp feather is added. If you observe here, yeah, this is can increase and decrease as per your requirements, right? Feather. So Control Z and Control D, okay, and then again change it to normal 0 again, okay. Now if you find the other options also there in options bar, see, this is the selection. Select this one, and beside there is another selection is there, add to selection. So you are adding some extra portion to the before portion, right? So you are adding selections. Sometimes you want to add selections, you can add selections, okay. The beside there is a subtract from selection. So you want to remove some portion from the selection, we can delete that, right? So delete that, subtract. The other one, the last one, intersect with the selection. Intersect, suppose you select inside that portion and the both sides, other sides except the middle one, other sides are deleted, right? So intersected. So sometimes as per your requirement we have to use all these things, right? And now Control D, deselect, okay. Next there is another tool is there, elliptical marquee tool, okay. With elliptical marquee tool, what we do, we create ellipses, so horizontally, vertically, and otherwise use shift. By using shift you are getting exact circle shapes. Now see, the selection is happened, then with move tool simply you can move that portion any side, okay, or otherwise Control Z and use the color same foreground and background color. I am using Alt backspace, okay, or otherwise Control backspace, otherwise Control Z, and use the brush again. Suppose if you want, you can fill inside or otherwise fill outside by pressing inverse selection, and I am using B. Now see, you are adding paint in inverse, right? Control Z and Control D if you want to delete, okay. Just select here. In the same way here you can add selection, okay, and this is subtract from selection. About here, add to selection, this is actually add to selection, here it is add to subtract, but it is adding, right? Sometimes the tools are not properly, I think, erase it. Sometimes we have to give there is a reset essentials, okay, a reset essentials, okay. And now values, so Control D and draw again is a round, and what you do here, I'll use again add to selection, okay, add to a selection. Now it is added to your selection, and here this is subtract from selection, and here it is intersect from a selection, right? The same way you can use feather also here. So here some featherness I am adding, this time I am using 15, okay, 15, and by using shift right? And I'm using a move tool. Now see, the shift, I mean the featherness is added, right? So sometimes we want this kind of cuts, not sharp cuts, right? Control Z and Control D to delete, to deselect this selection, Control D, right? Okay. Now come to this into normal 0. Okay. There is another tool inside, the single row marquee tool, right? So single row marquee tool, what we do with this tool? Makes a horizontal selection that is a single pixel high. So this is what single pixel high. Zoom this one, now you will understand. These are all pixels, single pixels, right? Each pixel has a color, separate colors, right? The gradients, the tones divided by the light. Okay. So this is the single pixel height, okay? Then what we do, just right click on that and transform selection. You can transform the selection, okay? Suppose here, yeah, it is, I think it is fixed. Yes. Now after what we do, there is a tick mark is there. So tick mark shows what? Commit transform, means enter on keyboard, or otherwise click on the check mark, right? Now this is your selection happened. Then what we do, with the move tool you can move this portion somewhere, anywhere, okay? And Control Z and Control D, deselect, right? Okay. Inside there is another tool is there, the single column marquee tool. With this what we do, single column marquee tool. Now see, there is also single pixel, and do the same, transform selection and transform your selection and give the tick mark and move that portion if you want, right? So this is the Control Z and Control D, right? Okay. So just we covered this selection tool, rectangular marquee tool and elliptical marquee tool and single row marquee tool and single column marquee tool, okay? Next I'll explain the lasso tool, okay?